Well, third time's the charm. Let me try this again. Good morning to you, and welcome back to today's JRPG Weekly Update. Have some coffee. That certainly tastes like coffee. Oh man, let me tell you guys, I just tried to record this 3 times in a row. Each time, just not feeling the vibe. Second time, completely lost all my audio. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Guys, have I got some news for you today? That's the question I was asking myself prior to filming, but I was able to find a few noteworthy pieces in the post-Tokyo Game Show Clarity that onset the entire internet. You know, everybody's kind of back in hibernation mode for a little while. Everybody who had something really big to announce kind of already did it during TGS, but I did scour the internet to find just the coolest things to talk about, and we have a few. A lot of stuff I've never heard of though, so let's check them out. Coming from Keizo, they've announced a new side-scrolling action RPG called Astlibra Gaiden, The Cave of Phantom Mist. And if you couldn't tell from the title already, this is a side story to Astlibra, starring a new female protagonist in a 20-plus hour adventure. Take control of the baker's reclusive daughter to challenge a randomly generated dungeons in a roguelike style gameplay loop. Strengthen your characters with various methods of growth, all new magic attacks to beat up your enemies and relieve your stress. It's going to be coming out on October 17th for the Nintendo Switch. I feel like I've practiced. It's almost like I've said this like 3 or 4 times before. Developer Ephemera have released the revealed trailer of Kernel Hearts, a multiplayer action RPG coming to PC via Steam. Now that's kernel with a K, as in a Linux kernel, or, an operating system kernel. A release date for this game has not yet been announced. Kernel Hearts is an action-packed multiplayer roguelike game combining challenging hack-and-slash gameplay, role-playing, and roguelike elements with stunning anime aesthetics. You will battle your way up a celestial tower, build your arsenal of skills with each mortal demise to eradicate monstrous angelic enemies and dethrone a god to save the world. It looks cool, it sounds cool, and if you like the sound of this, you are also probably gonna really like the sound of this next one, because it's also a roguelike game that takes place in a tower, but this is a strategy RPG called Death Tower, and it now has a demo on PC, and it's gonna be coming to PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch as well. There are, in this game, 6 playable characters, and they're all waiting to be unlocked as you ascend this tower and explore the game's different biomes, along with several unlockable weapons and class trees, so progression should be pretty open-ended from the sound of things. There is apparently a Kickstarter launching soon to help fund the game's development and maybe speed it up a little bit in the process. So check out the trailer, check out the demo, and give it a go if it looks interesting to you. Now we have some release date updates to go over, starting with a side-scrolling action RPG anime tie-in called Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Familiar Myth? Full End of Water and Light? Yep, that's a title, all right. Shakespeare once said brevity is the soul of wit, but I don't think they read much Shakespeare in Japan. Or anywhere else for that matter. Anyways, it's got a release date update for February 27th, 2025, and it has been accompanied by a brand new trailer. It looks alright, side-scrolling action RPGs aren't really normally my jam, but beggars can't be choosers, so hey, I'm happy to give it some light, and maybe it's gonna be something you'll be interested in. Now, dystopian cyberpunk RPG Neon Blood has a release date as well. This time it's for November 26th, and it's going to be launching on the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series, the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam. A physical version of the game will also be made available on the PlayStation 5 and Switch on the day of the game's release. Now here's a little bit from the developer. It's a deep story with a cyberpunk theme combined with the turn-based combat style inspired by retro RPGs with a strong strategy factor. Two different realities of two different cities with complete 2.5D aesthetics merging cyberpunk and sci-fi. A big Macropolis full of secrets to be solved with a complete dialogue-based detective system and an immersive dynamic night landscape bathed in a lot of neon. And I think that sounds cool and it looks cool. The trailer looks cool. If you've been looking for a way to get in on some of that cyberpunk feeling RPG stuff without the Keanu Reeves. I mean, honestly, the pixel art in this one looks pretty dang sick. So go check it out, guys. If you haven't had a chance, I think that looks pretty dang cool. Next, Motion Twin, the creators of Dead Cells, have announced a roguelike action RPG. I feel like roguelike action RPGs are really hot this week. It's called Windblown. It will be launching into early access on October 24th via Steam, and this comes from the developer. You innocent souls have lived peacefully in the Ark, floating village orbiting around a gigantic deadly vortex. However, don't let the calm existence fool you. Your cozy little island is about to get devoured. Countless warriors and leapers have met their end fighting dreadful emissaries of the vortex. Now it's your turn to try to save your kind, or turn into cannon fodder trying. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Yeah, so I don't know, it's not really my thing, but I guess that kind of goes a lot of hand in hand with what's been announced this week. Nothing so far has got me really excited, but this one actually did catch my eye. And this is El Shaddai, and it almost slipped past me yet again. So this was a game originally released on the PlayStation 3. I missed it there, but apparently it was pretty well received and a lot of people wanted it for a little while. A copy of that on PS3 was going to cost you like $90. That price has come down since then though. So yeah, at this point it is available on PC as a HD remaster, and it also came to the Nintendo Switch. But now the game is going to be coming to PlayStation 5 and apparently has some like really good reviews, and I had no idea. Have you guys ever heard of this? Tell me about El Shaddai, because Ascension of the Metatron is the full title. It looks cool, but I've just never noticed it, and now it looks kind of neat. Now here's something else that I think is kind of neat, and that's Avatar: The Last Airbender. I never actually watched the anime, so I can't get too excited about this, but I know some of you are going to be over the moon to hear that they're making a AAA action RPG based on Avatar: The Last Airbender. However, this is going to be an action RPG that will follow a brand new story developed in close collaboration with Avatar Studios, which drops players into the world of the franchise where they can take on the role of an all-new, never-before-seen Avatar. Set thousands of years in the past, players can now expect to be immersed in a vibrant world, master all 4 elements, engage in dynamic combat alongside companions, and experience the challenges and decisions that come with being the keeper of balance in the world. The game will include both familiar and new elements from the franchise, offering fans the opportunity to get deeply connected to the world and become the hero of this unexplored era. There's no trailer or launch window that has been provided at this time, unfortunately. Just a little bit of a, hey, this is a thing that's going to exist at some point. Cool. Let's just hope that it's, a little better than, the last Avatar movie. You know what? Let's move on to some industry news. Steam is currently having a sale on turn-based RPGs, and that includes a lot of Japanese RPGs. So, if you're a Steam games collector and or player, now's probably a pretty good time to go pick some titles up. And also, let's wrap up with kind of a question of the week that also ties in somewhat to industry news. Because during an interview with Famitsu, Takahiro Sakiyama, the director of Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, stated that they hope that this remaster will lead to more releases from the franchise. I think that a lot of us are going to think of like the PlayStation 2 titles. I think a lot of us just don't have any real modern way of playing them, especially Suikoden 5. For example, I think that would be really great to be able to play that. But part of me wonders if they're interested in expanding the series further, if that's maybe the implication here. Are they thinking about making a Suikoden 6 or something? I don't know, but that's my question. My question for you is, assuming that the Suikoden game remasters go well, should Konami attempt to make a new game in the franchise, or should they stick to remasters of existing games? And who would you like to see involved in order to become interested in this? Or should we just wait and see if the remasters are any good at all before even forming an opinion? I don't even really know. I haven't thought about it too much, and I just wanted to throw it back to you guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll be giving those a read a little bit later on. But until next week, guys, stay safe, love your faces, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm just channeling my own inner Philly D at this point. Jeez. Take care, everybody.